it's Tony with lidl.doodle. Thanks for stopping by my channel. Welcome back to another episode of In the Margins, where I am just going to talk about some creative leftovers and some journaling stationery thoughts. So let's get started. Today I'm going to cover a couple of topics. I want to talk about journal bags, I want to talk about zoom nibs, and I want to talk about a pen that I think does not get enough attention that would be a great back to school pen. So first off, I want to update you on something. If you watched my notebook size video, I was kind of complaining that, I don't know if it was a complaint, but that I had no idea what size this was. And it's a Midori. I got it off Jet Pens, and I had just been lazy and not looked. I decided, because I'm filling it up really fast and I really like this paper. Like, it's super just fun. I'm having fun with this just as a little ink play around journal. I decided that I wanted to order another one, and they had like 3 cute designs. So I looked in the description, actually paid attention. It's a B6. And I'm like, how? Like, when I held it up to my bullet journal, my Leuchtturm B6, I'm like, these two things are not the same. So anyway, mystery solved. If you were interested, this is a B6. Okay, so let's talk about journal bags. I have tasked myself to design my perfect journal bag that I can then make my husband make. Well, he told me he's going to teach me how to stitch so that I can make it myself. But I want to show you what I have. And then I'm just kind of curious, like, do you have the perfect journal bag, or do you have a dream for a journal bag? I mean, these are important questions, right? So the first journal bag I have is just a leather tote. This is from Portland Leather. And it's pretty narrow on the bottom, so it kind of like tapers down. I don't really love that. There's no pockets. Well, there's a main pocket in there, but there's no dividers, there's no nothing. So when you have a tote like that, my approach is, to put all my stuff like in a pouch, right? And then put the pouch in the bag. Like, so these would be like all my small, pens, or my pen holders or whatever, or my pen sleeves. This tote bag for me was just too small. I was packing this thing, by the time I had my bullet journal in there and, any other little journals I was taking with me, plus my pen roll or my pen cup or whatever, pen device I was taking. So then I grabbed another tote, again from Portland Leather, and these were before Doug was making leather anything. So I mean, he doesn't make leather bags yet, but he's going to anyway. So this does not taper off, and I think I have some garbage in here. It's floppier leather, which I actually like. I like the floppy leather for a bag. But this now kind of becomes too big for just like if I was going to go sit at a coffee shop and do some journaling and have a coffee. Like, this feels like almost like a travel bag. I use this for my school bag because I just felt like it was too big. And again, no dividers. There's just one inside pocket that really did not serve me any purpose for journaling stuff. So another bag that I have is my rickshaw. I can't remember the name of this print. It's something cat. And this is not big enough at all for my journaling bag. So this has turned into my pen show bag. So if you ever see me at a pen show, you're going to see me. This is my shopping bag. And it has 2 pockets on the inside. And it's, nice wide, but it's not big enough. This might be like, I'm going to go to a coffee shop and I only need 3 pens and my commonplace notebook, which is an A6. So this might be okay. But I want the perfect bag. And the way this connects, like, it's fine for my pen show shopping, but I don't feel like it's super comfortable for like my journal bag. And I kind of want something a little more, I don't want to say fancy. because I'm not a fancy person. Almost like, like romantic. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like for journals, and it's like just that the whole journaling with fountain pens is just kind of like romantic in a way. I can't think of the right word. Do you know what I mean? Like it just feels, I don't know, analog just feels so like, anyway, okay. I got this last year at the San Francisco pen show, and I used it for 3 seconds. I felt bad. It's a cool bag, right? So it's canvas. It's got these tiny little, like, you're not doing much with that. And then it's got a lot going on in here. And this was almost too much going on. So, you know, I put like my Stanley in here, and then my notebook, and then it was just like jam-packed. And it's pretty wide. But I didn't care for the canvas is really thick, canvasy, I don't know. But it just didn't really speak to me. So I am in thoughts of, okay, Tony, if you're going to just be so picky about a leather journal bag, what does that need to look like? So hit me up in the comments if you have your perfect journal bag and what it has in it. Does it have flaps or zippers or pockets or dividers or nothing? Do you prefer just the plain old tote bag? Like, what are people carrying out there? Because I am on a hunt for my perfect journal bag for this fall. Okay, so next thing up, I want to talk about zoom nibs. I have one zoom nib that I just picked up at the Portland Pen Show. It's a Tasha Spotlight, and I got it in a zoom nib because I was like, why not? Let's do something wild. And I didn't even know what a zoom nib was. Doug had to show me kind of how to use it, and then he like made a zooming noise as he did it. So I am going to flip the camera and show you, see if I can get in there with the camera and show you what it does. All right, so let's look at this. We'll look at the nib up close, and then I will show you what it does. So you can see kind of how it's shaped. Hopefully that's coming into focus. All right, so if I hold it at like a 45, it does a pretty bold line, right? That is, I mean, like that would be a double broad for me at the least. But then if I hold it higher up and I change my angle, it is more like a medium. And so I don't know if like people like adjust it as they're writing. I don't know, like almost like doing brush lettering. This isn't really looking all that great. I don't know. But it's just fun, the variation that you can get with, I mean, I don't know anybody who writes like this, you know what I mean? Like where your hand is just, or that your pen is like that. Maybe somebody does. But I think it's cool that, you know, usually with a fountain pen, if I'm holding it like this, like the ink won't flow. So that line variation is super fun. So that is a zoom nib. So if you have a zoom nib, let me know what you think. Like, am I doing it right, or am I just completely off my rocker? But anyway, it's kind of just fun to have that line variation. Okay, and then the last thing that I want to talk about is a pen that I kind of forgot I had. It lives in my pen loop of my Commonplace notebook. And even though like I use my commonplace notebook all the time, sometimes I'll just like open it and I won't even pay attention to the pen. But I pulled it out yesterday because I was like, oh, I need to see if it needs ink refilled, because I've been, you know, kind of doing inventory, whatnot. This is a Kakimorei Frost, and I picked this up because it's green and it's frosty and it's pretty, but I don't hear people talking about this, and this has got such a lovely bouncy nib, and I'm going to show you in just a second. I'll do a writing sample, but I'm like, this would be a great alternative for like a back to school pen. It's a little more expensive than like a Lamy or a TWSBI. It's $58, and I think it's really well made, sturdy. You know, it's plastic, but you don't want to drop it, of course. But I really like this pen. So I wanted to just offer this up as, you know, if you are heading back to school, or if you have, you know, somebody who's, you know, starting their first year of college, or getting ready to graduate college, or you're going back to college, or you just want to treat yourself to a back to school pen, even if you don't have anything to do with school, but it's just the season. Check this out. You might actually like it. They have 3 different colors, I think. And I'm mad at myself that I forget to use this pen. So I'm going to be reaching for this more, because when I wrote with it last night in my ink sample, I was like, that's right, I love this Kakimorei nib. So anyway, let's do a writing sample and you can see what you think. Okay, so let's talk about this Kakimorei Frost. I'm going to do a writing sample, but I wanted to show you, I've already cataloged it, and since that's dry, you can see the writing sample and the ink I have in it, and we don't have to wait around. So I have Diamine Good Tidings in this, and the frost that I have is a medium nib. And I'm going to just do a quick little at the back here of my pen journal, or my ink journal. Take a peek. So there's the nib. Okay. So I didn't talk through that, so that hopefully you could hear that little tiny bit of feedback. I am normally not, like, I don't love feedback. I mean, it doesn't push on me too bad, but I'm kind of not, I don't know. Anyway, I actually really like the feedback on this. It kind of sounds like a sound effect almost, like scribbling. So I will do this again. Anyway, I like the bounce on this. It's not too bouncy, but it's not too stiff. I like the weight of this pen. I like it's it's got some translucence, but it isn't overpowering. If you are a poster, it's comfortable to post. I do not post my pens, but if you are a poster, it does post. And it's just kind of a nice, slick little design. So I don't know, if you are looking for an alternative to, you know, kind of a fairly, you know, mid-priced pen, besides a TWSBI or a Lamy Safari or All-Star, check this one out and let me know what you think. Okay, how do we do? Another little just in the margins video for some randomness. I would love to hear about your perfect journal bag. If you have any questions about the Zoom nib, I'll try to answer them, but I'm still trying to get used to it. It's just kind of a fun, it's almost like a novelty. Like, I don't think I would do long writing sessions with it, but it's definitely fun to play around with. And that red is just punchy and fun. And then if you end up checking out the Kakimorei pen, let me know. I want to know. I don't know anybody else who has one. So if you have one, tell me in the comments if you like it, because I dig in mine. But yeah, if you have any questions or comments, let me know. I appreciate you sticking around, and I will see you in the next video.